Hello, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Hello, and welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the week of the 24th to the 30th of July. Can you believe it's the last week of July? Mind-blowing stuff. Next week is August. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Right, air signs. We are using these two decks this week. I have got my current favorite, all-time favorite tarot deck, the Unfolding Path Tarot, and the Oracle deck that I'm working with this week is the Roots and Wings Oracle. This is a deck that I've had for quite some time. I don't use it as often as I should because, oh my gosh, it is just amazing. But air signs, we are doing things a little bit differently this week. I'm going to move these out of the way just while I shuffle the tarot and explain to you what we're doing. So we're obviously starting with the tarot first. I've noticed in my day-to-day consults over the last couple of days, the last couple of weeks, that everybody's battling, everybody's suffering, everybody's like, there's some crazy energies out there at the moment. There really are. And when I sat down to record these TarotScopes for this week, I sort of was, having a conversation with the powers that be. Oh gosh, that was a bad shuffle. With the powers that be, sort of saying, how can we offer more support? And basically what I've decided to do is we are going to ask two questions. So because we're working with just a 7-day period, just a couple of days, we're going to ask the question of, in this short 7-day period, what is the one thing that you need to carry on doing? And what is the one thing that you need to stop doing? So we're going continue and stop. So because there is a lot going on, cosmically, energetically, emotionally, mentally, psychologically, everybody's going through a lot. So if we can simplify the things that we need to be focusing on, it might actually help us to just focus on the things that we need to focus on. So we're asking two questions, and the questions are, what do you need to continue doing? And what do you need to stop doing? I'm going to draw two cards for each of the questions from the tarot, and then we will draw from the oracle to add supporting insight. So I have shuffled, I have split the deck. Card number one for what you need to continue doing, and it's the 10 of Swords. Interesting. We also have the 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay. What do you need to stop doing? We have the 9 of Cups, and we need to also stop the King of Pentacles. Wow. I think I said that already. Right, air signs, I'm putting tarot out of the way. And I did shuffle this properly before I started recording your session, but obviously there's no space on the table to do a proper shuffle, so I'm going to have to do my bad overhand shuffling. And as I said, what I'm doing now from the Roots and Wings Oracle is I'm looking for supporting info. So I'm going to take 2 cards from this oracle, 1 card to offer support to what you need to continue doing, and 1 card to offer support with what you need to stop doing. All right, so we're doing 2 oracles, 1 to start, 1 to what should you continue, sorry, and the other one is what do you need to stop. All right, so continue and stop. Okay, and this is for obviously our air signs being Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So before I do that, I just want to make a little bit of space. Card number 1, we have, oh, the font is terrible on this deck, but Perseverance is the card. Okay, and the second one that we have, oh, is Blossom. Excuse my dogs barking if you can hear them in the background. Somebody's obviously walking past. Right, so air signs. This is continue and this is stop. I wish I could swap them actually. My initial reaction is like, this is so much happier than this is, but we need to stop this. We need to continue with this. But let's see. Let's see what comes through for you. I'm going to move that up just so that we can see. So the first card, 10 of Swords. Now, under normal circumstances, when tarot is involved, 10 of Swords is not a card we want to see, especially when it's a card of continue, like continue, because she's been stabbed in her back 10 times. And I hope none of you have been stabbed in your back 10 times. Physically, metaphorically, I'm sure we've all been stabbed in the back 10 times. But we know how difficult it is. We know how awful it is. We know how savage it is to be stabbed in the back, literally, figuratively, emotionally, mentally. It doesn't matter. But the thing here is the focus is not on the 10 swords in her back. The focus is on the fact that she has not given up. Can you see that? She's pushing herself up on the floor here. And even though there's chaos, even though she is struggling, we can see by the expression on her face, but she is literally crawling herself to safety. She could have given up. She could have just said, you know what, I have been stabbed. I'm not in a good way. I'm just going to lie here and give up. But no, she is literally dragging herself to safety. She is continuing against all odds. And that is exactly what Spirit is saying to you. This week, this is acknowledgement of how hard it is, how difficult it is, how seemingly impossible it is to turn the situation around, to improve the circumstance. And this is Spirit saying, continue trying, continue pulling yourself to safety. Do not give up. The second card we have is the Two of Cups. And as we can see, we have two beautiful souls embracing, expressing, and sharing love. So this is something that you need to continue as well. So even though you're struggling, even though it's so hard and it's so difficult, we need to focus on the fact that there is love around you. You need to focus on the fact that there is an amazing connection between you and another person, a connection that needs to be acknowledged, it needs to be celebrated, it needs to be enjoyed. And then our oracle is perseverance. And that's what she's doing, because perseverance leads you to happiness. Perseverance leads you to love. So we're not saying that there's a brand new relationship. We're not saying that there's a brand new connection. We're saying there's a connection. Okay? And it's an important connection. But it can only happen if you keep persevering. If you keep persevering. Do not, under any circumstances, give up. We're going to stop that, right? But this is what we need to continue doing. And I love the image here, the fact that we have this bull, right? Because bulls are super strong. They don't give up for anything. They bull in a china shop. I'm sure you've all heard that statement. And then the other thing that's very interesting with this particular card, the artwork that I'm talking about. So we've got the bull, and you can almost see it puffing out its nose, and you can almost like hear it wanting to start charging. But then if we look at the top here, between its horns, we have, I'm going to call it the full moon. We have the full moon between its horns, but what it's done is it's almost creating a triple goddess, mother, maiden, crone kind of scenario, which again, this is the card of support of what it is that you need to continue. So this is Spirit saying to you, we've got you. We got your back. We're here with you. All right. You have all of us standing here supporting you. You've got to just persevere. You've got to just be bullheaded and just keep going, no matter how impossible, how hard, how difficult it may be. Because happiness, joy, love waits you. Success awaits you. But if you give up now, if you don't continue with the perseverance, and this is never going to happen, what do we need to stop though? Because something is blocking us, right? Somebody keeps throwing swords into your back. What do we need to stop? And like I said, this initially was like a really difficult one for me to grasp and understand, because these are all happy cards. We've got the Nine of Cups, we've got the King of Pentacles, we've got Blossom. This is all happiness and sunshine and roses, but this is what we need to stop. And my immediate take from this is we need to face reality. So we need to stop pretending that everything is okay when actually it isn't. Because it isn't. It really isn't. So Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, it's about facing the reality of the fact that you are struggling, facing reality that things are really difficult. We must not pretend that everything is sunshine, happiness, and roses, because it's really not. So we need to stop putting a smile on our face and pretending that everything is great. We need to stop sitting comfortable, holding our big coin in our hand and pretending like we have everything our hearts desire. We need to start barefoot, honesty and truthfulness. Stand on that ground, and we need to stop pretending that everything is okay when it isn't. Nine of Cups is your wishes come true card. But this is Spirit saying we need to stop saying that our wishes have come true, because they clearly haven't. They can, they will, but they haven't yet. We still need to push through. So if you think your life is pretty okay right now, this is Spirit saying to you that you have only got to probably 80%, 70% even, of your happiness. So if you think this is as good as it's going to get, guess what? We've got another thing coming for you, because actually true happiness is so much better than what you're already experiencing. So stop telling yourself that you're happy. Stop telling yourself that you're satisfied, because you're actually not satisfied. Yes, what does it mean to blossom? Blossom means to come into full picture. But again, stop telling everybody that you have blossomed. Stop telling everybody that you have achieved, that you have succeeded, that you are as beautiful and as pretty and as fabulous as you're ever going to be, because you're not. Not saying that you're never going to be, because you absolutely are, but only once you persevere. Now, I'm going to say to you, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, it's just a 7-day cycle. So it's not like we're expecting you to do this for the rest of your life. It's just 7 days. So for the next 7 days, you're going to acknowledge what you're going through, the hardships, the difficulties, the challenges, but you're going to pick yourself up and you're going to keep going. You're going to keep moving towards that total blissful butterflies in the stomach, tingling everywhere kind of emotion. That's what you're striving for. And that's what awaits you. You're going to celebrate the connections that you have with other people. You're going to keep persevering, and you're going to stop telling yourself, and you're going to stop telling everybody else that you're okay and that you're happy and that you're content with your life, because you're not. More, better awaits you just for these 7 days. Sure, that's a big ask, eh? All right, so Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please do comment below and let me know if this format, if this strikes a nerve with you, if this resonates with you. Do comment and let me know. I'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, though, sending you much love and many blessings, as always, with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.